Sorry about that, everybody. I'm just having a quick drink. Her mouth's drier than my nan's knicker drawer. And it's dry because she's dead. Dark. But it's dark times. F1 24 is finishing. We are at Lights Out League Racing, season 27 and race 12. The season finale. The finale of this fantastic show that we've been putting on. Hello, Darky. How you doing, my mates? Also, the end of F1 24. RIP. And we are here at Portimao in Portugal. Just outside of Portimao, the port city. And just an hour away. I wish I was there in the scorching sun. And it's down to the wire. We've got a fight for the championship between Portuguese and Amadi, 6 points in it. And then also a fight between Mercedes and Aston Martin, 28 points in it. It's a big swing. Both teams have both drivers on the grid. And I'll try and see if I can work out how things are lying during the actual race. It's going to be tricky. And here's one of our challengers for the title. The current holder. Will he retain it or will he lose it? He's going to be the first one doing a flying hot lap. And the final one of this season as he opens up his DRS on the run down to turn 1. Where there's going to be a lot of overtaking. Late braking, turn in. You want to avoid that yellow sausage curve where you're going to go flying as we sharp brake to turn 3 with a right-hander where you'll climb uphill. Round turn 4, it's easy to lose the back end. Use as much of the track as possible. Open up that DRS again as we go back downhill to a left-hander. Very tricky braking zone, which he rides the apex too much around that hairpin. Flat out round 6 and 7, and then late braking as you want to turn in, ride the apex again, climb uphill and say over the crest. I'll normally square a bit of ARS to give myself an extra bit of boost as we go round turns double corner of 10 and 11, where you want to turn in late to maximise that exit. Flat out as we come round to turn 13, lucky for some, and turn 14 is one of the most important corners on the track where you want to maximise the exit to this 1 kilometre straight. Like I said at the start, we're going to see a lot of overtaking. You want to hug the inside line to minimise the track distance. But Amadi takes provisional pole with a 16.4, and I think 1 or 2 will be having their say. As Terry's is next, he's actually invalidated, so he's not going to improve. Theo across the line, 1:26.7, so it's a warm-up lap for him. Mr. Big Racky, who's only just started using this track, goes up to provisional P2, the 1:18.1. With the car behind, he'll be getting a bit of a slipstream as well. Let's hope he's not in the way of Mr. Capstock. He does get out, I think, just in time. Keys. Terry's invalidated again, so we'll stay on with Mr. Geezer. Going to be eyeing up that Constructors' Championship. Be well deserved. We're currently in pole position for that. But Aston Martin will want to have their say. As Keezer goes around turn 11. Use as much of the curb as possible. You want to. It's tricky because some curbs it's better to go off wide, and some you want to stay off because it'll completely mess your exit off the corner. As he comes round turn turn 15, sorry. Cross the line and will be provisional P4, 17.1. As Capstock goes P4 just ahead of him, 16.9. Portuguese just starting his flying lap as we see if Big Racky can improve. No, he's invalidated as well. Jack Daniels has gone up to P3, now jumping into the pit, so Aston Martin strong start currently. As we'll stay on then with the championship leader. 6 points is nothing. He could come second and Amadi come first. And if Amadi gets a bonus point for pole or fastest lap, that could play its part. So every point is valuable. We want it decided on the track with no issues at all. And we want some great racing. As he comes around turn 11 now. Oh, that would have lost him at the time. And ID extends his time, 16.3. As Theo had, I've missed Theo getting a faster time. He's now a couple of tenths in P2. Can Portuguese have his say in this fight for pole? Jack Daniels is there as well, amid a half a second behind. And it's P2, 16.474. Not enough as yet. Oh, it's getting tight. My bumhole's twitching already. See if Terry's can do the lap. He's not invalidated yet. Go on, Terry's. He's got a 1:18.2, but I'm sure he's got some more time. Has he got enough fuel in his tank? Let us know in a minute as we come around the turn 9. He's not going flat out, so I don't think he's improving. There's caps lock up. Caps lock's up to almost 2.5 tenths, which will get him up to P4 for now. Can he get himself into the pole fight as well? Can he find a bit more time in the final sector? It's hot here. Bandages on my legs and my arms for you. Bandages, bandages, bandages. As he crosses the line. P4, 16.6, so about 3 tenths off for him. He managed to improve his position. Terry's is going round again. Could have done a little bit of team play there if he just slowed his warm-up lap. He could have dropped in behind caps lock and got a bit of a toe down that start-finish straight. But what do I know? I'm just a man with a mouth. Let's see if it comes round. Tricky turn 8. It's very easy to lose traction and lose your back end, and your car just veers off into the wall. Keeps it within lines. Fastest second sector. Go on, Terry's. You can do it. Chill out. Get to the chopper, Jamie. As he comes round out of Sagres and round the final corner. Crosses the line. Improves up to P7, 17.5, so his tyres are probably a bit worn. They're 4 laps on them now. That's where, hello, Mr. Sygate. He's been in and out this season. What a fantastic member of the community. Fastest second sector. I think it means that he's improved on his. As he comes round. Again out of Sagres, dips down the hill. And climbs back up again, crosses the line. And currently stays P9. Amadi's on his out lap. Terry's will be on an in lap now, I reckon. So we've got Theo here on his hot lap. I hope he didn't get caught by the Alpine. Not looking majorly quick, so maybe he did get caught in his qualities down, yeah, so I think Alpine just probably got a little bit stuck. Jack Daniels just down about half a tenth. Can he find any extra time in this final sector? He's been really pacey, especially in another league that I'm in with him. He's regularly getting pole. And he's the leader of that current championship. So he's definitely improved. He's gone into the pit, so he has not improved and is not wasting his time. That's Big Racky. Does improve at 17.3, P7. Cygate's down nearly 4 seconds, so let's see what Ahmadi's doing. Car's absolutely bombing as he locks up at 13. Oh, Jax has left. To re-invite him. That's not good. Where has he gone? He's not online here. And D's jumped in the pit, so he's not improving. As Theo is up half a tenth, which is not enough to move position. Oh, okay, what's this game throwing up here? Plus 10 seconds. Yeah, he's not improving there. So we've got a bit of team play slipstreaming here. Some brilliant team led by Yakiza. Knows how important it is for Portuguese, who's actually invalidated. So that's a waste of a slipstream. Have they got enough fuel to go again? Oh, that just made me chuckle. They did all that work and then it's wasted. So quite a new track, this one. Opened in 2008. Construction took about 7 months. Joined the calendar in 2020 during COVID. A late edition. After 1 or 2 tracks had to cancel. After never actually hosting an F1 race before. The track's similar to Kota with its modern aesthetics. And with all the elevation changes as well. Just adds to its character. It's not a fan favourite, I don't think. It's very temperamental with weather. I wouldn't be surprised if in the race we do see, as Theo's invalidated, they're all pushing really hard. I think Portuguese is just pushing, see what time he can do. But they're all going to be doing one more run. As both Mercedes are going in. Will Kiesa sacrifice his final run? Or will he time it perfectly to be able to do the 2 runs? Also keeping in mind Mr. Terry Reds. Brilliant lad to have in the community. Just so positive, so helpful. Great racer. Just need to re-invite that dank Ram. Let's see if he's online now. Getting back in. It's not showing you online. I can't see you. I can't invite you if you're not there. I'll just send you one anyway. Actually, when you're when it's offline, so I can find you. Oh, you're on now. There we go. Get back in, my guy. You got to fight for pole. Let's see if you've got enough time. As Terry's comes round 14, we missed some of his lap, but he's still there, shaking his ass. And he's doesn't look like he's going to improve. His light's flashing. He's just slightly, just not enough. Couldn't find that much more time. I was just check on with caps lock. He's down, so he's just doing another warm-up lap. Just burning off some fuel. And he'll go again as we'll keep an eye on Amadi, who's over a tenth up. Actually, Cygate's ahead. Who's 4 tenths up. We'll keep an eye on him. Can he find loads more time in this final sector? Jump into that 117s. Comes round the final corner. Hugs that inside. And late dive into the pits. Sneaky. As Amadi comes and crosses the line, has he maintained that run? 1:16.2, so extends his lead at the top. for that fight for pole. Terry's isn't improving. Caps lock is slightly, he's just under a tenth, which would get him up to P3 ahead of Theo. Can he find 4 tenths to get for this fight for pole? Can he do it? I'm intrigued. Oh, he's over a tenth and a half, which will get him up to P2. He just navigates, needs a good exit off this corner. Flat out squirting that ERS. Hugs the inside, he's gone wide, unless he's doing another lap as well. He does go P2, 16.3. Oh, just over a tenth behind. But did a fantastic run. Is that it for Amadeo? Has he got another warm down lap, as we'll keep an eye with Geezer, who's on a hot lap. He's invalidated. He's got enough time to go round again. Let's hope he's got enough fuel. So we'll stay with Terry's. In the second McLaren. He's over 3 tenths up, which could get him potentially, if he keeps going, up to P6. And the Mercedes lads, I can see him on the map. Keys is doing his lap, and then as Terry does go up to P7, so 17.2, found a bit of time. Keys are ahead. He's invalidated to know his run's done. So giving that toe to Portuguese. I love team play. It's absolutely lovely. As we'll keep an eye with Theo then, who's a tenth up on his time, which would get him up to P3 for now. He needs to push if anyone's going to challenge D for that pole. As cars are diving out the way. Darky the only one to set a time. Game says that's the fastest middle sector. Is it, or is it lying? Oh God, I'm really hungry, but I'm really full from yesterday. What was I said yesterday? I said this absolutely funny phrase yesterday. Made myself laugh. And it's provisional pole for Theo, 16.1. Wow, wee wah. As Terry's goes in the pits. Darky is not going to set a time. He's invalidated into the pits, so that's him done. And he crashes out too. It's Portuguese next. Is he going to take pole? Hugs the inside. Crosses the line. P3. P3 for Keys will cross the line. He's down, so he's going to start as P6. So Theo is currently on pole. Capstock goes in the pits. Sai is next. He's down a tenth, so he's not going to improve. So let's have a look at Amadi. He's down as well, so it looks like Theo's going to have pole. And this could be a big say in the fight for the championship. As Jax comes round the final corner. Can he improve on P5? He can't. Next up, Big Racky goes in the pit, so that's your order. So where we're looking at Amadi and Portuguese. In pops Theo with pole with 16.1. Woo! And Ric Flair. Woo! That's what I said. I said I'm that full. I'm like a prostitute with a runny nose. Yeah, I don't normally make myself laugh because I'm not that self-absorbed, but that one did. As Big Racky gets pushed in. Apparently, this track's got AIDS, says Durkee. And Theo throwing a cat amongst the pigeons and ripping them to shreds, and takes pole with a 16.1. Amadi will join him on the front row, a whole tenth behind. 200ths behind him is Portuguese. It's going to be a tight finish to the end. Let's hope no mitigating circumstances affect it. Caps Lock P4, Jax Daniels and Keyser on row 3. Terry's and Big Racky 7th and 8th. And Sygate and Darky rounding off the top 10. Ahmadi says turn 1 has been an absolute bane of his life. Thank God this track isn't on the next game, and it's looking a bit overcast. Ooh, this is exciting. Now, a little thing about this race is that it's a mandatory pit stop race, which drivers have to pit at least twice during the race. They can use any tyres of their choice, but they have to make 2 pit stops. So, if the rain does come, they may be forced to do so. But if it doesn't, then they've got to use a strategy call of when's the best time to pit, what tyres to go on. A lot of drivers used quite a few sets of soft tyres, so the tyres do wear quite a lot on this track. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe medium hards, mediums, or if the rain does come, then that does make the decision for you. So the current standings. This Portuguese is leading the way with 284 points, and Ahmadi 278 points, 6 points difference. I haven't known it so close to the final race. Incredible. And then Mercedes 443 and Aston Martin 415, 28 points behind. The drivers have sorted out their strategy, their tyres, sorted out their fuel, and Theo will lead us round on the formation lap. And let's see what everyone has gone with. So the front 7 have gone for softs. Is the rain coming then? Or are they just looking to get a good start off the line and then make an early pit stop? But this is going to be interesting. We've seen with the mandatory tyre races that everyone's strategy is different and it completely mixes up the order. And then the final 3 starting on those mediums. This is a 4.65 kilometre clockwise circuit, 15 corners, 9 to the right and 6 to the left, 2 DRS zones. We're in the sunny Algarve, like I said, just an hour away from the port town of Portimao. It's such a holiday destination that it's definitely a track worth visiting when F1 returns, if it ever does. Theo leads us away and will lead us off the line. Ahmadi will join him on the front row. Portuguese and Caps Lock on row 2. Jax Daniels and Keyser on row 3. I don't like to call them second drivers, but you know, they are the supporting drivers in this fight, and they play an integral part on what points are awarded. Terry's P7, Big Racky P8, Sygate P9 and Darky, who struggled in qualifying, will start from the back. Last to first challenge, anyone? You can see the drivers. Where have they gone? Ah, I thought it was a final glitch. It's the final countdown. As Theo gets into his grid box. It's 150 metre up from pole down to turn 1 braking point. And can we get a better view? I don't think so. As coal cars just settle into their boxes. And for the final time for season 27, it's 3, 4, 5. It's lights out and away we go. And that's a quick lights out as Terry's going to meet a great start. So did Darky. And Theo defends his line and it's side by side with D and Portuguese. As we get to turn 3, as Jax goes on the inside of Caps Lock. And it's a great dive. I wouldn't say it's a dive, but Caps Lock defends well and gets the switch back coming out of turn 4. Terry's gets ahead of Keyser as well. So Keyser's lost a couple of places. As the Red Bull of Sygate on the inside of Darky. Good overtake from Sygate down to turn 5. And it's just all settling down now. We do have off the grid. It is the final race of the game of the season. And a lot of people have already switched over. But it is what it is. It's normally the same from the game cycle. Cygate and Darky battling again. Cygate defending well from Darky. They're going side by side round turn 12. A little snap there from Darky as he goes on the outside, and Cygate defending again. This looks like it's going to be an absolute brilliant battle, and it's only the first lap. As again, side by side, leaving plenty of space. Little slight wheel bang, but Darky now gets ahead of Cygate as he jumps into the slipstream. As will anyone make use of the slipstream on lap 1? Doesn't look like it yet. DRS is now enabled, and Theo still leads the race. As it stands, Portuguese is the champion. Fastest lap point would also play its part as well, as Capsock got a good launch out of turn 5 and is around the gearbox of Portuguese. He's that close he can see his bumhole, and I bet it looks like an unwashed casserole dish. Capsock looks like he's looking very racy. He's going to want that final podium of the season. Could the McLaren driver play part? He looks on the inside of 13. Portuguese is defending 14. He won't really be battling too much. He want to stay in DRS as he's still ahead. Capsock looking absolutely racy. We've still got a DRS train. And will we see Amadi now take a lead as Capsock takes current fastest lap? Amadi does take the lead of the race. Is Capsock going to make a move on turn 1? He does. It takes a look, but knows better. It's a 33 lap race, and we're only on lap 3. As Keezer and Terry's find each other on track again. Big Racky's normally in the groove as well in the Ferrari today. Fancy to change out of the green mess that is Kick Sauber. Hasn't raced on this track, so we'll probably take a couple laps just to get back in the swing. Jax Daniels, part of this front 5 for a fight for the race win and the podium. We don't want any as Capsock again, really close to Portuguese. Would have thought Portuguese is in his home race. As Capsock just not close enough to make a move this time. Defended well. You don't want track limit penalties playing a part, so everyone keep it within the white lines. As Amadi stayed ahead, can Theo stay with him, make a move back into turn 1? There is the 2 DRS, and Amadi's got the current fastest lap now. And how this stands is Amadi will be champion. But it's still early days as Theo pushing Amadi round Lidl as Doggy gets the track limits. And Capsock saying hello to Portuguese as he's got the DRS. He's on the inside of turn 5. It's a tight hairpin. Has to brake late and turn in. It's really hard to get a good launch off the line on the inside. Left plenty of room by Portuguese, but brilliant racing from both. And Jax all the while waiting for something to happen. Don't know what the point split here would be for constructors. I think I'll have to maybe try and work out a provisional one at the end. As we go round again with DRS open, I think Theo needs to be a little bit closer. As he may have just, I think he probably needs to be coming out that corner about 4 tenths behind to be close enough. As Amadi, I think, just saving a bit of ARS. Yeah, he's getting within a couple of tenths as he comes round turn 1, but it's just not quite close enough. He needs to be closer coming out of 14. As Keezer and Terry switching places. As Terry's is defending, coming out of 3, but Kiesege's got the inside, coming out of 4. And keeps the position with the second load of DRS. Brilliant overtake from Kiesege up to P6. And every point is important. And Theo is sticking in that couple of tenths now. Portuguese just struggling, seems to struggling early doors here. He's gonna potentially drop out of DRS if he's not careful. So Theo's closer now. And I think we're going to see a move happen. It's happening, boys and girls. As his wing opens like a letterbox, you've got mail. Has a look on the inside. Ahmadi's going to fend it. Oh, not quite close enough. We've got a yellow flag. And it's Cygate coming out at 14. Just gone slightly off track. And it's gone into the pits. And that's a track limits for Raki. And an Italian hand gesture for speed in pit lane. And he's called it a day for today. Oh, that's a shame. It's nice of him to join us, but I think he's just had enough now. We'll see him next game, hopefully. That's that front 5 still stuck together. Darky's struggle. I don't know what Darky's doing here. What are you doing, my friend? You have to keep your wheels straight when you're driving down a straight, mate. Don't cause a safety car. That'll completely mess everything up on everyone's strategies. As Terry's and Kiesege stuck to each other like glue. As Theo's dropped back a bit ahead from Amadi again. Not quite close enough. And Amadi has still got DRS, but he's struggling to stay with this front 4. There's Darky. Still struggling to keep that traction. Apparently this track is ass. Sexy. As Jackson's just dropped out of that DRS, he needs to hope they do a little bit of fighting. As he's just falling back from this front 4 now. Darky gets a Italian hand gesture for speed in pits, and he retires in the pits as well. We're down to 8 on lap 7. They're dropping like flies. They're dropping like nits. As Theo is... he's got to be close enough now if he can stay in that 3 tenths mark. It's a good... Prioritise that exit, and he's right on the gearbox here of Amadi as they're coming around the final corner. An early pit stop from Portuguese, followed by Jax Daniels. Oh no, Jax Daniels, Italian hand gesture for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, that could play a part. That could play a part. That could play a part. He's going to hope for a safety car now so he can claw back that 10 seconds. But they've both done their first pit stop, got that out of the way and be able to pump in some laps and some clean air. And now it's Amadi and Theo. Caps Lock just needs to close in a little bit. He's just out of that 1 second. Can Theo make a move? He wasn't close. He keeps teasing. He keeps tweaking the nipple. But he's going to make that overtake. But then he just keeps dropping back a bit, and he's half second now, which is going to be difficult to overtake. As he's in the DRS, he's got a good launch off turn 14 as we're coming around the final corner, and they're both going in now. All 3 of them go in under threat of that undercut from Portuguese. And you can see Theo right on the back of Armadi, so it's going to be interesting as Portuguese come in round the final corner. Is it going to be an undercut or an overcut? As Keyser now takes the lead of the race. It's going to be tight one. And Portuguese ends up in P4 behind. Oh! Oh! Capslock nearly had his wings clipped. Woo! So it's as you were. And Jack Daniels has actually got back into DRS2. So Geezer takes the lead of the race. As we've got a yellow flag. And it's Terry's Reds, is it? Terry's lost traction coming out of 8. I wouldn't be surprised if he pits and he's end up behind Big Racky. His battle with Geezer's gone out the window for now. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys pit now. As we see Geezer come round. Turn 14 of Sagres. Like the beer. And Geezer goes in for his first. Big Racky carries on those mediums. And in goes Terry's. There's Amadi, and this train of 4 goes through. Jack Daniels has dropped a little bit behind. We'll just be hoping for that battle in ahead. Oh, luck up there from Portuguese. Will not do his tyres well. It looks like it's cleared up as well, so I think it's going to be a dry race, which is all down to strategy here now. All these 4 are on a similar strategy. Portuguese pitting a lap earlier. So Big Racky the only one yet to make a pit stop. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him soon. Jack Daniels just falling back a bit now. I think at the moment, if my maths are right, I think how it stands, Mercedes will win constructors, but like I say, I might have to do some quick maths at the end. As we'll jump on back on, and this 4 car difficult to overtake as Racky does go into the pits and make his first pit stop. He should end up in between Keyser and Terry's as he's on his way out now. Can he get it slightly ahead? Oh, he's going to come out, and he does it in between the 2. And he's gone out on the hards. As there's 4 now bunched up so tightly. Like Russian dolls are inside each other. These are all quick though. They're all quick on the day. They've been Theo and Portuguese been sharing the wins throughout the season. And Caps Lock, he's like a greased pig. He's quick on his day. He's had 1 or 2 unfortunate races this season. He's got good race nous about him as Theo is only a couple of tenths behind and takes a current provisional fastest lap. Is he close enough to make the move on the inside of turn 1? And Theo now gets himself ahead. Brilliant move right at the cusp of turn 1. He's getting pushed round now by the cars behind him. Can he retain the position? With the aid of DRS or Ramadi going to retake it going on to turn 5. He does not. As Theo locks on. Oh, it looks like all of them did. Like they all trumped. But Theo now retakes the lead. And what this does do, it swings it back into the fortune of Portuguese as they are all pushing each other up the hill. As Caps, what's this overtake here from Caps Lock? Ah, I thought he was going to, in 10-11, 10 and 11. That would have been brave. I thought Portuguese saw him. Oh, what happened there? I don't think Portuguese expected Caps Lock to be on the outside as he went to make the corner. I think Caps Lock making a late move on the outside. And I don't think Portuguese saw him there. But he's still in with a fight as Amadi retakes P1. Theo didn't hold it for long. So, no damage done, thankfully. As Terry's makes a move with the aid of DRS on Big Raki. Down to turn 1, rides a sausage curb. Lucky to keep it on the track. But Big Raki here will have DRS now coming down to turn 5. Can he fight back? Not close enough to make the move for the Ferrari driver. Oh, got hiccups. Caps Lock just biding his time. Just needs to be careful not to go out that DRS. His Theo is close enough to make the move this time. So it swings back to Amadi. And gets that fastest lap as well for now. Oh, I can't keep up with this. They're all bunched together again. Caps Lock with the aid of DRS2. He's got a little bit of air, which means he can brake a little bit later and just gain those extra tenths, as you can see. He's just gained a couple around those turn 3 and 4. And there's now just over half a second, 3/4 of a second. We've got Jack Daniels, who's just running in P5 for now. And he's going to be in trouble. With Giza behind with his pit stop, that 10-second stop. So he's going to have to try and extend that gap behind him. Terry's has pulled away from Big Raki. I'll be looking to try and close on the Mercedes driver ahead. It's just lingering around for 4.3 seconds. Terry just needs to pump sometimes and head down. As we come round at the end of lap 14. And it's as you were for now. All these drivers are keeping each other honest, just biding their time. It's advantage Amadi for now. But we know it can all change in the blink of an eye. And I think Theo and Caps Lock here are going to have a big part to play. There's some serious tyre management, fuel load management, ERS management. It's just getting very tense now, as we're almost halfway, a couple of laps halfway. As they come round over the crest, up and down like a roller coaster, up and down like horse draws. As Theo is close again now, but Amadi gets a better launch off the penultimate corner of this lap. He won't be close enough to make a move as yet, but can someone nab this fastest lap? As Theo's closing, but not close, but no cigar, whatever that means. The slightest mistake could mean death for one of these that are out flying for the championship, vying for a podium position. It's been a brilliant fight all season. And I say we only got half a grid here, but I'd like to have a shout out to one or two that have joined us this season. A bit of a reel of drivers. Dan Morris, we've got Chessball and Big Pooh, Elite Dave and Ox, Catamies and Cats, Callum and Lennon, Benji and Marty, Jalaka, and some reserves that have filled in for us as well, which we couldn't do a season without. And as I mentioned at the start, we will be returning as Geezer making the move as Jax, who's gone in for his second pit stop, has to get rid of that track limits penalty. So Geezer has gone through. He's dropped Jax to the bottom, and he knows that it will come to him in the next pit stops. So he's the first one to make both pit stops, and we'll go on mediums to the end of the race. This Catstock has now dropped out of DRS. Just a little loss of traction somewhere, and I wouldn't be surprised if he went for an undercut and tried to claw some of that time back. Otherwise he's going to lose quite a few tenths per lap as we come round lap 17. Theo and Portuguese go through, and Catstock does go in as predicted. Get on those fresher tyres, and that's his 2 pit stops done. And goes on mediums to the end. Geezer goes through. Terry's will go through past his teammate as well. Big Racky. Oh, it's going to be tight with Racky. Could Catstock get his wing clipped again? Whoa! It's him again. Oh, that was not as close as last time, but oh, I was watching feathers go everywhere. You play with the feathers, you get your arse tickled. So Catstock is 14 seconds ahead of Jax after those pit stops. Which shows how bad that penalty cost him. And that could potentially in the long run cost Aston Martin, as Theo and as the front three all go in and all do their final pit stops. So all on the same strategy. Oh, not Geezer. Portuguese, Theo and D. So Geezer goes in as well. Oh, look how close they are there. Oh, you couldn't separate them. As Geezer goes in and does his stop. So following the same strategy as his teammate. All gone out on mediums. Geezer will come out. Oh, it's going to be tight with him and Jax. There's Big Racky's right on the gearbox here of... I think Catstock's actually got past him. As Jax Daniels comes down, he will... Oh, it's tasty. I like that burger. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, we've had contact with Theo at turn 5. Was that himself or was that Armady? Oh, I don't know what's going on there. We'll have to, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something, so it might not be decided. We do have stewards. Oh my God. But what I can tell you is Terry Reds leads the race. Go on, Terry's! With Amadi ahead and Portuguese. So it is a shootout now between these two for the championship. If Amadi finishes ahead and has the fastest lap, he will win. If Portuguese finishes ahead, he will win. As Amadi gets past Terry's. Oh, Terry's is having a big play here. As Portuguese just pinballs off him. We'll still have DRS, so it's not too bad for now. But we want to make a move on Terry's now. Terry's will defend. It's for position. Portuguese. Oh, he's still good defending here by Terry's. I can tell you what, Portuguese, although he'll be frustrated, will be admiring this defence by Terry's. Oh, and they both lose traction on the exit. And I don't think that was wise from Portuguese. As Big Raki goes through, Capsock has gone through. Yeah, I don't think that was wise from Portuguese. As Amadi's got 2.5 seconds on him now. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. As Amadi takes that fastest lap, so currently Amadi will take the championship in the race. Like I said, there is stewards afterwards as Theo makes the move on Terry's, gets himself up to P5. It's got a little bit heated, a bit too heated for my liking. I'm sure we'll hear about it after the race. So Theo will have DRS, but not quite close enough to make the move. Terry's sticking with him. Theo wants to try and get past Big Raki and then chase Capsock down the road as Capsock is behind, has caught up to Portuguese. And it looks like Capsock has got plenty of ERS as well, as Capsock has got past Portuguese. Coming round turn 13. I don't think Terry's ruined it, to be honest. He has, he had a right for the position. He doesn't have to get out of the way. It's up to Portuguese to make the move, and he just didn't have the speed to get past him. As Theo does make the move on Big Raki. It would have been a nice battle, but like I say, it's up to the driver behind to make the overtake. And I reckon, I don't know if it doesn't look like he's got wing damage, but he looks like he has used loads of VRS, and if Amadi's got better, well, he's in the race, like he's a racer, and you're not gonna, as Jax gets past Keyser, coming out of turn 5, good overtake from the Aston Martin, and this is a fight between the two for the constructors. No, it's either, it depends your perspective, isn't it? Like everyone's, you're going to want to battle and race, and if you want to battle with the people ahead of you. Portuguese gets the fastest lap, so this could swing it back in Portuguese's favour. It's not all over yet, as Terry's goes in the pits and makes his pit stop. The only one left to make their pit stop now is Raki, and Terry's will end up behind Keyser and Jax, who's side by side, and Keyser back ahead of Jax Daniels. This fight for constructors could be tasty. They say Portuguese doesn't have to win this race. He just has to score more points than Amadi. He's got caps up for company. And I said earlier, the drivers around could play their part in how this championship unfolds. And yeah, I get your point, Adam. It's you can't expect drivers to move out of the way. Amadi managed to make the move past Terry's. As caps lock on the outside of turn 1, defends well from Portuguese, who retains the corner. Brilliant defence there from Portuguese. As Jackson Keys are switching places again down the straight, as we're on lap 24 out of 33. And these two are going to be toing and froing. Now Portuguese will be defending for his life here. With Theo taking pole, takes that pole point out of play for the championship, which makes it easier to determine who's going to take that crown. Now let's see as we go again. Portuguese got a slightly better launch out of the final couple of corners, but will Catslock have enough in the tank to make the move? He's on the inside of turn 1. Portuguese defends the outside, but there's nothing he can do there. Great overtake from Catslock up to P2, and the pendulum swings in the direction of Amadi this time. Is Portuguese setting himself up for an overtake down to turn 5, or will he save himself for the next lap? He's has to slot behind as Keyser back up to P6. Battle Mercedes, Aston Martin. Here we go again. Amadi just needs to do what he can do. Just finish, no mistakes. At the moment, he just needs to finish as high as he can and hope for it to all settle behind him. Portuguese will have DRS now. Will he be close enough to make a move on Capslock? It's going to be tight to the end. It's not quite yet. He does have a second opportunity in the second DRS after turn 4. And he's pushing Capslock round the corner. Always makes... as Big Raki goes in and makes his final pit stop, as Jax also makes a move on Keyser back up to P5 now. Some extra points in the bank for both drivers. Let's keep an eye on Theo. He's just over 4 seconds behind. The fact that both have DRS as Terry's goes through as well, it might not help him as he drifts out of turn 8. And that cost him almost a second now. I was going to say he was going to close in and add to the battle, but no, he's going to struggle now as we're coming round 13, yeah. And Portuguese is close now. He should be able to make the move. He's already in the slipstream. He's licking his lips. He's got a great launch off, and this should be a simple overtake. Goes on the inside. Capslock defends as much as he can, but Portuguese retakes P2. Advantage Portuguese. 7 laps to go. And yeah, it amazes me. Just drivers take different lines. You can see both him and Capstock both take different lines coming out of 3 and into 4. Capstock goes wide, and oh, you got a yellow flag. We got a yellow flag. It's an Aston. It's Theo. He's dropped it coming up the hill out of 4. Thankfully, he doesn't hit the wall. There is enough time for a safety car, which would absolutely throw this into chaos. But he's managed to keep going and retain the position. He had enough time behind him. Oh, he's struggling. Oh, he's twitching. He's got Tourette's. As we go again now. And Capstock. Oh, he dropped a bit. He's lost a bit of traction out of Sagres. I don't think he'll be close enough to make a move yet. We'll go again next lap. As we're on lap 28 or 33 now. Armadi's extended his time. As he locks up coming through 3. As Keys going to make a move on this lap with Jax as they're having a fantastic battle. As Jax tries to defend it, but there's nothing he can do there. As they've caught up on Theo, he's been struggling. His tyres are absolutely worn. And I'll be surprised if he gets picked here by Keyser. Oh, what's he doing? And what's Theo doing now? He's lost traction out the corner. As Jax goes through for P4. There's not been some great driving today, I'll tell you. I'm really quite surprised. We got half the grid, and surely you'd like to win fairly. As Armadi takes fastest lap, and advantage Armadi. Surely you want to win the championship fairly, and not trying to win it by any other means. As Theo gets himself a track limits as well. He's really struggling on these tyres. His keys has dropped back a little bit now. His Capstock still behind Portuguese. And what Portuguese needs to do now, he needs a fastest lap. Has he got enough life in his tyres? Has he got enough ERS in the battery? Although I don't know what happened with the what's going on. What's going on here? What's going on here? This is disgraceful. This is absolutely disgraceful. I don't know what Theo's playing at. I don't know what Theo's playing at here. And there's going to be some big ramifications for this. As Capstock retakes P2. What are you doing, Theo? What are you doing? How it currently stands, Mercedes will win the championship anyway. What are you doing? I'm going to have to have the aid of the stewarding team. This is such an anticlimax. As Keyser finally goes through. It's disgusting. I just don't know what to say. This is not a great advert for the league at all. And they're both going to get disqualified. Portuguese currently with the aid of DRS, will look to try and make a move. He's not close enough to make the move as yet, as he's pushing Caps Lock round. This is awful, I agree, Adam. I just I don't know what to say. It's pissed me off. Portuguese has got DRS again. Theo's retired on track. Thankfully, it's not late enough for the safety car's going to come out. This would definitely give constructors to Mercedes. As Terry's gets himself a track limits. Wow, wow, wow. As Portuguese following Caps Lock round. We've got 2 laps to go after this. As they both come out the final corner. Can Portuguese get the fastest lap? Not yet. He does have the aid of DRS, and I think he'll be going for it now. This is his only opportunity. Gets himself up to P2. Goes off track. Oh, it's fortunate he doesn't get a track limits there. Otherwise, it would have completely, absolutely annihilated his opportunity for fastest lap. Is Caps Lock close enough to make a move that would ruin this? You know, Caps Lock slots behind. Knows better of it. Trying to make a lunge there as Kieser goes in for soft tyres. Would Kieser go for fastest lap? He would literally take the championship away from his teammate. Oh, that would be horrible. That would be absolute horrible. He'd be the worst teammate in the world if he took away the opportunity, at least. Like I say, there'll be some stewards reports, I'm sure. As Portuguese coming round turn 13. He's got a Caps Lock in his mirrors. I'm sure he'll just be putting his foot down and not taking any notice. He needs to keep P2 though, as Amity starts the final lap of the race. Oh! Lost of traction with Caps Lock. Portuguese does not get that fastest lap, as Caps Lock makes the overtake on the outside and takes P2. I think that's it. About before the stewards reports, as Caps Lock defending P2 very well there. As we do a run down to turn 5, is Portuguese. Caps Lock defends the inside. Brilliant defence there. Oh, loses traction on the back end. So yellow flag. As they're side by side, and they both touch tyres going round to turn 8. It's a tight one to do, as it's a really sharp right-hander for you both to turn in on such a quick braking zone as well. Currently Portuguese has P2. But we'll jump on with Armadi, who will come round the final corner and will take the race win in Portimao. It may be the championship as well. Portuguese will come home in P2. And congratulations to all that are on the podium. Caps Lock will come home in P3. Oh, just over a tenth in it. Nearly nipped him at the line. Jack Daniels, although there's a bit of a gap behind. As Keys will cross the line in P7. Will he take the fastest lap? He doesn't, so Jack Daniels will come home in P4 for the Aston Martin team. Gives it to Big Racky. Unless he's run out of fuel. No, Jack Daniels takes people. Oh, it's all just clipped over the line. In crazy format. Big Racky gets given driver day by the game, but we shall see. And Armadi takes P1 and potential championship. And we'll jump on the top step, a fastest lap as well with a 17.9. Oh, just ahead of Portuguese, who will take P2. Catstock takes P3 in the final step of the podium. Jax Daniels P4. Some points for the Aston Martin team, but it's in vain. Terry's P5 and gained a couple of places. A good finish for the McLaren team. Begraki P6. Keys Geezer P7. And then we lost Theo, Darky and Cygate. What I can tell you is it would be a guaranteed Constructors' Championship for the Mercedes team. So congratulations to Portuguese and Geezer. Confirmation will be in the Discord. I'd probably like to say Amadi will be the champion as well, but I say stewards will be may have their part to play. This is it for Lights Out League Racing of season 27. This is it for F1 24. Join us again next season, where we will have some exciting new things in store for the brand new F1 25. My name is Alex. This is Lights Out League Racing. Peace out.